this was the entrance. We'd have massive queue here and security, obviously block off for cars. This has been renovated, but this was always the entrance to the club and the main stage area. So you walk in, you'd have little VIP counter guy saying, hey, how do you have your ticket, etc. This part would be the check-in. Cloakroom on the right. This is the new and improved version of the entrance, way slicker. Obviously smoke-free now. Back then it was a lot grimier, more smoking. And then you get into the main space, which is one of your pools. Sorry, I haven't been here in 20 years, so there you go. And it hasn't changed much. It's quite special, actually. It's quite a good, it feels really cool. Like it's getting a lot of flashbacks of happy memories and the wildness. It's a special place. It's where a lot started for the fashion show, but also for me, because a lot of us went on to end up in entertainment and had career thanks to the show. I ended up in film producing. Some of our models ended up having career in modeling. So yeah, that's where it all started.
We had G-section, VIP, 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 general seating, standing at the back, drinking over there, and the catwalk. There was a show that existed that was very sort of put together, and it was a bit of fun. What I like to say Don't Walk did was elevate it to a professional level, or professionalized it. It was always students doing their best, but kind of going, when you think bigger, global, we have this platform moment, we're going to have the spotlight moment. What can we do from a philanthropy perspective that's really going to put us head and shoulders above the rest? Philanthropy and fashion. Like, can we be a center point or focus point, something that people look up to and go, oh, St. Andrews, cool place for fashion, cool place for fundraising, and you know these kids are doing something different, as well as obviously getting amazing diplomas. So, like every other student, she auditioned. Her and a friend of hers, Fergus, who are friends of William, ended up in the show. We auditioned them, thought they were great addition to the lineup. And then they did the same thing as everyone else. They did, modeling training. How do you pose? How do you, stand? And it's a choreography-heavy show because it's not just an actual catwalk where you just show the clothes. It's more of a fun thing. So we would have little vignettes and moments that were all choreographed. And so she was part of the show. And we had the T right in the middle. So you would have had sort of catwalk coming out left and right, not very far, and then all the VIP tables like this. And then random seating at the back, some standing next to the bar. And everything happened coming in and out. So you had the girls on one side, the boys on the other side. And we'd have to choreograph the backstage as well as the front stage so they wouldn't cross and they'd be able to change without getting into each other's way. And yeah, very little space. Out, big impetus on choreography because we wanted it to be a show. And then pretty much as soon as you're here, you're on stage and you come out, you do your pose, whatever, ta-da, and then you go out, left, right, come back, go back, get changed. For whatever reason back then, we always had a lingerie section. So every year. That was obviously a bit of a draw. And so that was one of the more popular sections. And so when that section happened, everybody was, happy and thought it was a cool moment. But it was everybody, every model that came out. And remember, it was boys and girls. And we had a lot of the lads from, the water polo, the rugby team that are also good looking. So the overall show built up to a crescendo. The dress itself wasn't necessarily a thing. It became a thing after because of the press. At the time, it was just like, that kind of fits for you, take this one fits for you. It wasn't thought out more than that, and we didn't realize it would have such a moment. We were not allowed to tip off the media, and we wouldn't compromise his security one bit. In fact, we would text each other whenever we'd spot a paparazzi in town. We'd let them know, him and his friend, like where the hotspots were. But when it came to the show, we really, really, really proactively made sure that there would be no leaks whatsoever. So I had to create the buzz like for any show, and call people and said, you know, we have this amazing fashion show with amazing fashion, great talent. You should come and cover it. And some outlets were like, well, that sounds interesting, let's do it. Others were like, well, is William going to be here? And we're like, we can't tell you. And we had this sort of dumb circular conversation. And for some people who chose not to come, they came to regret it later on, which is unfortunate for them. Which also meant that the following year, everybody came. Like, nobody took a chance, and we had huge, 40, 50 press present. And again, that was great because we had that guarantee, which meant we could have better sponsor, better patrons, and kind of keep layering the build up.
The neck grab.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, thinking about your class. My first. She was saying, I wish she was such a diva. Lovely. Like, cool. Guys, Tank is still there.
I promised you I would show you some cool things from way back when.
Yes.
Actually, I literally had to do 2003 original program.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Collector's edition.
Wow. It's gorgeous.
Where we had Claudia Schiffer as our lead patron, which is really awesome. And also started my career because Matthew Vaughan, her husband, then took me on to work on Layer Cake. Jonathan from Radio 1 at the time. And of course Jack Vetriano, who helped start the foundation.
I decided to come to Scotland, and as soon as I got here, I was then made aware of the fashion show. And I just felt so lucky that this worked out so perfectly for me. But our second year, The Crown comes out with their adaptation of Don't Walk, and we decided to recreate the dress. So I actually played a part in recreating it for our Don't Walk 24 show.
We had he was a first year at the time, third year now, Dammy, who is phenotypically the very much opposite of Kate Middleton, do the walk in the dress, and it was like an awesome tribute to her involvement in the show, but also a way to twist it and modernize it